What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Trucking and Common Sense, brother. Another episode, another day, another hassle in my hustle. You know what I mean? We out here. We doing some night driving for right now. Doing some night driving, and I've been slipping on my pimping. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're about to get down. I've been wanting to do this topic. I think I started a couple times, man. But I'm gonna give y'all my take on this topic tonight. This whole broker transparency bullshit. Some of y'all thinking that's some good shit. That shit will never happen. And it will never happen correctly. This is capitalism, right? Capitalism. This is what America is all about, business. You know, anytime you run a business, nobody can come tell you what you should sell something for. You know, you sell it, customers buy it. In this case, a broker gets a load for $800 and he sells it to you for $400, and you dumb enough to take it for $400, and you got to go roundabout way, long ass miles, a lot of costs, a lot of overhead. That's on you, bro. That's definitely on you. No one is here to tell you how to run your business. You can't tell a broker how to run their business. Nobody can tell you how to run your business, you know? And with all that said, in the whole trucking realm, it's up to you to know what you're doing. And a lot of people out here jump into this trucking business because they heard the first part of the sentence. They said trucks make big money because they're big vehicles, but the second part, that nobody ever told you, that trucks cost a lot of money. Operating costs is very high, right? Diesel is not your only cost, and people are playing on you, especially if you're green in the trucking business. There was a buddy of mine told me the other day, there was a news article said that over 10,000 trucking companies go out of business every month, right? And what exactly the trucking business, according to the FMCSA, if you have an authority and you close it down, that's what more or less signifies that you're a trucking business. You know what I mean? So if you shut your authority down, like a lot of people went out there and rushed to get a DOT number and an MC number and want to be a shot caller, and you ain't know what shots to call. You know, sometimes you got to stay in your lane. You know, everybody wants 0 to 60. 0 to 60 is for the racetrack, right? A quarter mile, 0 to 60, how fast you can go or whatever. But not in the trucking business and stuff. You got to learn it from the inside out. And a lot of people want quick results, you know what I mean? You know, that's the way of the world today. All right? And this the worst it has ever been. I've been running my own trucks now for the past 20 years, knock on wood. And I made a pretty good living with it. I know what I'm doing. You know, did it different ways, build up my truck count, you know, sold some old trucks, get some other ones, run my trucks efficiently. But this is the worst it's ever been. And a lot of it is due to the saturation of the trucking industry by a lot of, and I hate to have to use, lack of using any other adjective, a bunch of dumbasses. And we have the power as truckers, but I don't think a lot of people know it. And a lot of people is just used to doing a lot more for a lot less until it becomes a norm. They have stupid sayings like $2 a mile and all that kind of shit. How is $2 a mile go to work for everybody when $2 a mile, when everybody have different expenses. It's similar, but my truck note and your truck note are two different things. I mean, two different payments, right? That a mechanic does, it's not across the board. Mechanic's going to charge you this, or it's not across the board. Mechanic's going to charge you that. So everything's different. So in one of my other videos, I say, the rates have not improved in the past 20 years. 20 years ago, $2 a mile was the verbiage. Not to say that that was the gospel, but it was a verbiage, and it's still the verbiage today, but everything done multiplied. Diesel done quadrupled, you know what I mean? Insurance went all through the roof. But drivers out here, or, like some of them don't even know who they are. You got your own authority, your small business fleet, your small truck fleet, but you're calling yourself an owner-operator. You know what I mean? And, it's a whole list of uneducated verbiage that goes along with you not knowing exactly who you are, or how to run your trucks. Then you're gonna tell somebody I used to have my own authority. And when you used to have your own authority, what does that mean? What does that mean? You used to have your own authority, yeah. Superman used to fly around in tights and a red cape. You don't fly around no more, right? So I know I was searching for a joke right there. But anyway, this broker transparency shit is bullshit. Okay, there is no way that they're gonna pass all these proposals. They're making you feel warm and fuzzy. It's not gonna happen. Your grandkids is not gonna have broker transparency if they go down the line of trucking. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's not gonna happen. This is capitalism. And the broker, they came up with some bullshit points talking about you gotta keep record electronically. No shit. Okay, you have a folder, you scan it. You could make a fake in-house rate confirmation. Then they want you, and I'm just going across the major ones, right? You know what I mean? Then they want you. Now they're going to say, oh, you have the right to request. You have the right to request from a broker the right to see what he's being paid. Okay, and then what? What? But it's after you do the load for 48 hours, or you have 48 hours to request it. So what are they going to do? Are they going to go back and give you a refund? They're going to be like, oh man, I sold you that load for too cheap, and now I'm feeling guilty. I'm having a Jesus moment. I shouldn't take advantage of the dummies like that. You know what I mean? So let me go back and give you additional $200 on that load. My conscience is really bothering me. Do you really think that shit's going to happen? Like some of you, get into trucking and you don't know, you want to be a shot caller, but you don't know what shots to call, then it's fucked up. And then you end up spewing the same rhetoric that you heard from some other dumbasses. Oh, $2 a mile. You know what I mean? There was a sister girl that said that, and I think I said that in one of my other videos. Oh, I'm going from here to California and I'm getting $2 a mile. And, young sister girl, she got a truck. I guess she calling herself excited. And, you're glad to see everybody make progress. But at the end of the day, man, we have the power. You don't need broker transparency. Everybody just needs to understand, let's all be on the same thought process. Right? Dry van freight should be nothing less than $4.25 per mile. Reefer freight should be nothing less than at least $4.50 per mile. Flatbed freight should be nothing less. That's the minimum of $4.75 per mile. And I'm going to break it down like this. Dry van freight, right? Okay. Well, dry van freight, you're good. It doesn't cost you too much. Dry van freight, but today again now, it's not just all dry. Look, you pull heavy loads, the rate got to be higher. Point blank. You're burning more brakes, you're burning more tires, you're burning more fuel, right? If the load is heavy, your rate got to be heavy, right? Reefer freight. I used to have reefer trailers back in the day. I would never do that shit again. You spend a lot of time in these distribution warehouses. You know, the Publix, the Krogers, depending on what part of the food lines, right? Then they're paying you per mile to haul the freight, and then they expect you to keep the freight cool at a certain temperature. You know, shit, don't let it be summertime when you got to run that reefer on 0 degrees on continuous to maintain whatever product you have, and you're not getting compensated for that. You're getting screwed. So you don't need broker transparency. Nobody needs to come and help you. We just need to understand we all need to be on the same thought process. Brokers are on the same thought process. We don't need no union trucking, whatever shit. That union shit is garbage. Okay? People just need to understand, if you don't haul that freight, and he don't haul that freight, and I don't haul that freight, guess what? The rates have to go up. The rates have to go up. Okay? Point blank, period. Okay? Everybody wants somebody to do something for them. It doesn't work like that. Okay? It does not work like that. If you don't know the trucking business, you're not going to make it. All right? You can't run down the road and repeat what somebody said and think you're going to eventually you're going to crash and burn. All right? You're going to crash and burn. There's no broker transparency is not going to work. It's just a farce, making you think that all these proposals or whatever, they will never pass it into a law, right? Walmart can't tell Target, you can't tell Walmart and Target that they can't make X amount of dollars or whatever on buying their product. It doesn't work like that. Home Depot and Lowe's, they compete, right? You can't tell them that they can't outmake the other one. But it's you, the consumer, in this case, you the truck driver, you the truck owner, you the dispatcher, to know that, hey, I can't be pulling cheap freight out here. All right? Guess what? Let's all start thinking alike. If we don't think alike and we don't spread the message, then we're going to get screwed, because there's no unionization is ever going to happen. There's no, we don't need to block no roads. You don't need to have no strikes, right? Guess what? $4.25 a mile minimum. Get more if you can, but don't do nothing less than $4.25 per mile. And you got to know where to run your trucks too. You just can't just take your truck, run it to some, just because the load pays good one way and there's no freight coming out of there. So now you cornered yourself. So now you're coming back empty, or you're going to run some bullshit freight to get up out of there. Or there's going to be too many trucks over there. Now the rates are cheap. So you guys, you dispatchers, your truck owners, you got to understand all these factors when it comes to dispatching and knowing where to run your trucks and stuff. That's how you make your truck profitable, right? But again, this broker transparency shit, and some of the points, it's on Google, it's on the Overdrive magazine, it's on OIDA website and all that. That's a bunch of bullshit. It's never going to happen. Don't hold your breath. All these proposals, don't hold the freight. Point blank. The more people start thinking alike and we start, that's how we could help each other. Okay? That's how we help each other. You like this video? Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be more consistent on some of these videos. I slacked off a little bit. But let's spread the word, spread the verbiage. If you're a driver, send this to your dispatcher. If you're a truck owner, tell your dispatcher, stop booking cheap-ass freight to have you scratching your head at night. How you going to pay for your expenses? Right? We got to understand a similar thought process. That's how we all going to help each other. Okay? Everybody's been saying, oh, there's no unity in trucking. All we got to do is unite our thought process. Okay? Unite our thought process. Everybody's an independent owner. Whether you have 2 trucks, 1 truck, 10 truck, 20 trucks, guess what? We all dealing with these freight brokers out here. That's the only people who's making money in trucking. The only people that's making money in trucking are these freight brokers. One of my, case in point, my dispatcher called me the other day, and she told me that she called this broker, and I guess the lady, the broker agent, whatever, she was kind of green. She accidentally told my dispatcher that there was, she was about to get the load, and the people posted it for 400, right? Which was crazy. Of course, that was just the minimum that they were offering. So we called on that, thinking that we're gonna bump it up to about 5, maybe 6. She told she told my dispatcher, oh, I can give it to you for 8. And my dispatcher said, oh, and then she realized, oh, I'm sorry, no. So she accidentally read the wrong line on the computer. What she failed to realize, she just told us that she got the load for 800, but they're selling it for 400, right? How you gonna get the load for 800 and selling it and don't want to budge either? Right? Obviously, we didn't take that load, right? We ended up getting another broker to give us a different load in the same area and paid us 600 on it, all right? Which was all good. Hold on. Let's pause for a second.